There we go. There we go. All right. Give us your wins. Take it away, Jeff Beebe.
Mine is, I got a message today from a girl, Lori. She can't be on the Zooms because she works at this time. She goes to work in the evenings. But she's released 10 pounds. And
Nice.
she says all her clothes are fitting loose, and she's ready to start doing business with Isogenics. She's starting to share, wants to share and do business, so that's a great thing. And so I'm starting to work with her on that part. So that's a good thing. And then that's about it. Just making some good connections and things like that. And then we have some, Debbie will go over some wins on rank advancements. I know that. But how about any others?
I got a couple. So I've been playing kind of tag with the lady for the last 2 months who I met at it's called a resource action day that we do for the homeless here in Missoula at the Missoula Public Library once a month. And got to talking with her. She's saying that she needs to reduce, I heard her, she wants to reduce weight. And, but she was only working part-time. She couldn't afford literally anything. She was almost getting kicked out of her apartment. She reached out to me this morning and said she wanted to sign up for the 30-day reset. I think her situation has improved. So I'm going to be connecting with her today. And then I've been doing some sipping samples at the local Planet Fitness and having a pretty good turnout. I've got one guy who is hopefully going to sign up tonight if I can get back in touch with him. And he's going to bring his dad and a friend in on it also.
Nice.
So I'm really excited about it. It's been a little bit of a dry spell, but I'm back on track, baby.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very good.
How about a couple more?
I see Mark's hand.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a win, I guess, for the industry and a bit for Isogenics. But I saw in the newspaper yesterday, that's the first thing I saw, a newspaper. I haven't seen one of those for a long time. But it was sitting on the table in the gym, and the heading, this front page was side hustle. So basically, side hustle nation. So in the last 3 years, the people that have a second stream of income, a side hustle, has doubled from 3% to 6% of the population. So it's now people are understanding to get ahead, you've got to have a second stream of income. So I'm going to do a post today, once we finish this meeting, about that little clip of the picture, but it's just showing that everybody around the world is needing extra income. And I take my hat off to the people that actually taking control of their lives instead of expecting the government to do it for them, because we know that ain't going to happen. So I think that's a win for the industry. We just got to make sure people know the options are out there.
I love that.
Good.
It's so good. And if you think about it, most of us all had some sort of side project in our head to make extra money our whole life. And now it's became good, and now it's became real. And network marketing has became real. It's the new gig economy of the world. I mean, people are starting to get it now. Claire, you're unmuted. You want it? Come on. Just tell us what happened today, Claire.
I know you got
it. Today? No, you don't want to know today. Yesterday, it wasn't a good thing, but I sat on a bee, B-E-E, and it stung me in the butt. So that's a laugh for you, Debbie. I knew that you'd like that. I don't think that's a win, but I'm not allergic to bees, so that's a good thing. But
well, it's a win because you learned something. You learned you're not allergic to bees.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
How about you, Kathy?
Laughing is good. Okay,
crazy.
Claire.
I think Kathy's got one.
Kathy's got one. Hi, Kathy.
Yeah. Hey guys, how are you? Look, I'm having a couple of conversations, and with Easter break, a lot of people go like, "Oh, I'm busy. But today, I'm just doing the big catch up with all of those. So you've just got to have your lists, and you've got to, follow up. So that's what I'll be doing today.
That's awesome. That's a win to have follow-ups. That's a win.
And you know what? If it wasn't for those follow-ups, we wouldn't get these people going, hey, you know what? I do have a couple people that might want to get started now. Because all the follow-ups, my follow-ups are just, hey, I'd love to hear your results. Haven't talked in a while. How you doing? and then say, I'm sure I know some friends noticed, you know, and it leads that conversation. I do have a couple friends that noticed, you know. So go ahead, Mrs. Beebs.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, is there any more wins? And then I'm gonna get started. Any wins? I have kind of a win. It's a backwards win. Oh good. Oh good. Margie, go. Unmute yourself and tell us your win.
To a morbidly obese guy who's a young 62, I think. Anyway, got him. I've been talking to him for some time. He's got quite a gut, and he's really suffering with, you know, needing to have another knee replacement. So ready to get on good nutrition. So that was definitely a win of, you know, not, I mean, just telling him, you know, you're wanting to live a better life, you know, it starts with nutrition. So he's ready to get going.
Good job,
Nice.
Margie.
Nice.
You know,
Excited.
Margie, can I just put this out here for the rest of the class? You probably already know this. You probably addressed this. Hey, rest of the class, I want you to know that class, we're all the same. I want you to know something as a former fitness trainer. Anytime I had somebody that was even 15, 20 pounds, let's call it overweight because that's what it was, it causes a lot of stress on your joints. And what people don't realize in society today is surgery is not a poof, all right, I'm better. I'm just gonna, the doctor said I have a bad knee, I need a knee replacement. He's gonna do that and I'm gonna be all better. And they don't address the initial what's causing. And so anytime any of my clients had weight to release, I would say, please don't do that surgery, whatever it was, unless it was like a life-threatening, like a back surgery, a knee surgery, a hip surgery, ankle surgery, whatever. It's usually due to weight and inflammation. So if you can get the weight off, then sometimes the problem just kind of goes away or gets a lot better. And if they still have to have surgery, they're going to heal faster and it's going to go better. He knows, Margie, he's already had a knee replacement, it sounds like. So
He's
already
had a heart issue.
Oh, God. So
Yeah,
being in
most
the
stuff.
hospital, surgery of any kind, whether it's cosmetic or whether it's not cosmetic, you know, surgery is surgery and it takes a while to recover. It's not just magic voodoo. It doesn't just fix everything. So if you have somebody, you can speak from my experience. I always ask my clients, please, 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 let's get this weight off of you and then re-entertain the surgery, as long as it's not life-threatening, as long as it's something like that. So good
Thank
job,
you,
Margie,
Debbie.
because
Thank
I
you.
love that you did that. That just makes me super happy. I
Been
know
pursuing him.
yeah, and I've had back surgery, and I had back surgery because I was injured from all the martial arts and the boxing and teaching and being an athlete. I had to have back surgery. It wasn't because I was overweight. Now, let me tell you guys something, being lean and having to have back surgery and being hurt, I couldn't exercise and I gained weight, and I gained probably 15 to 20 pounds and my back hurt so much more, like so much more with that added weight. So I think it's really important to go in and have those discussions, those serious discussions, like let's get that weight off, let's get that good nutrition in, because the bottom line is if you have to have surgery, we want you the healthiest. So I just want to applaud you for that. That makes me so happy that you kept on that consistency. That's great. Great job. Oh, thank you for that. Okay, now I won't tell you guys my boring story because I just told you all that. Susan, did you have one before we get started? Did I see your hand up?
You didn't, but you read my mind. So since my diagnosis last year, I'm heavier than I've been in a while. And so the fact that just this past week, I've been able to, and I'm not worrying about weight, I'm worrying about my health. I'm just adding more products again that I'm allowed to add, you know what I mean? And started using the Super Mix and started walking. And I used to be a beast in the gym, but 15 minutes a day walking for me right now is what my body's doing. So I'm trying. No, I'm not trying. I'm doing.
You're doing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Doing. Good job. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to mute everybody and we're going to get started. And you guys have me tonight. Lucky you. And we'll see if I can shorten it up for y'all. is what I'm going to try to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do recognition. I'm going to do just a fast couple announcements just to make sure you know. I'm going to hit some numbers on the new promo, and then I am, if it's okay with you guys, this is how I want to talk with everybody. Upper level. Can we do upper level training? Can we do upper level business training so you take it in and really think about it and really churn it around and do something with it? Can I talk to you like I talk to me? Can I do that? Okay, perfect. That's what we're going to do then. And I'm really excited actually to share with you guys. Okay, let me grab my screen. And what did I do with my screen? There's that and that. There it is. All right, we have one new consultant on this team as of last week. Not bad for an Easter week. And that is under Amy Yeager. She has a new consultant, Carla Johnson. So congratulations to Carla Johnson. That is amazing. I'm so excited. And I know that y'all are going to be super excited with all the promos that we have going on. So here's the deal, isagenixbusiness.com. Be honest with me and put a 1 in the chat if you opened up isagenixbusiness.com this morning. Woo! Woo! Okay, so every Monday night at 5:30 p.m. PST, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we are on IsaBest U Team Express Business Zoom. So put a 2 in the chat if you are here because you're doing business. Eek. And you all didn't put a 1. I'm just saying, I know you did. I'm just saying, there's some upper level right there. I want you to think about this because every Monday I go over the promos, I go over the announcements. I do that, right? Because I know that when I got into this business, that the person that got me in, it was always last minute. It was always 5 or 10 minutes before whatever was happening, I would get a message from that person. And because I'm me and FOMO, I would get on. Family dinner, didn't matter. Oh my gosh, I got this message. I gotta go get on the computer. I gotta go. Like it didn't matter because I was doing business and I'm doing business to make my life and my family's life better. Now, that is not a judgment because I don't know where you're at. I don't know where you're at with your family. I don't know what your background. That is just, I'm talking about me to you to let you know that it didn't matter. I wasn't going to miss a business training because I knew this was my ticket to help a lot of people. I knew this was my ticket to retire Jeff from an industry that was killing him. I knew that this was my ticket to go live out the rest of our lives like I wanted to. I literally, I'm choking on the number that I'm going to turn in July. Like I'm choking on the freaking number that I'm going to turn in July because I haven't done the stuff that I want to do. I haven't done the stuff that I want to do with my family. I've done a lot of stuff. Thank you, Isagenix. I've done a lot of stuff. Thank you, Isagenix. But I've got a lot more to do. So I make sure I show up for anything business that I can. So every Monday night, I tell you guys, isagenixbusiness.com, that is where you're going to stay in the know. And here's something that I learned from a business coach that I think that is so, so, so important. And if you have to write it down, write it down. If you have to tattoo it on your arm, go ahead. I don't have any tattoos, but if you need to do this, this is so, 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 so important. I was on the phone call with a business coach and he said, when he taught me something and I didn't understand it. So if I got on isagenixbusiness.com and I didn't understand the message or the promo or whatever, what would I do? I would check out. I don't understand it. I don't know where to find it. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what, and I would put myself into busy work. So what he had me do is redirect my thoughts into, I am smart enough and I do understand this and I will figure it out. So if that's what's got you stopped, I want you to think about that. You are smart enough. You've got this. Anybody can do this. I have watched a 7-year-old get on stage and write out the comp plan. Like you can do this. Don't check out. This is your business. And if you're seriously doing business, get to where the business tools are. We're here every Monday night. We're always accessible to answer questions, but isagenixbusiness.com is where everything is. It's all right there. And they've done such a great job reformatting. Please, please, please open it. And then what I would love you to do in your free time is go in your back office and get familiar with it. Open the tabs. You can't make a mistake. You're not going to erase anything. Go open the tabs, look through it, see what you can learn. There's so much there that you can do on your own. This isn't even my training tonight. So anyway.
Hey, Reed, you're showing us your whole house.
Yeah.
You're making me dizzy, Reed.
I was going to say, maybe shut off your video. I know, I was like, woo!
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I have a whole story about that, but I'm not doing that. Okay, so anyway, does anybody know what May 1st is? Anybody know what's happening May 1st?
Is that the start of the Mother's Day special?
So May 1st, Dr. Arciero is doing another Zoom. A good guess, Roy. He's doing another Zoom at 4 p.m. PST, 7 Eastern. And this is the one I'm fired up about because it's the sprint and the anaerobic. And if you noticed on my Facebook profile, I went and did a little post about anaerobic exercise. And I still, as a former fitness trainer, think it is the best workout to get the results that you want in your body. I'm not going to talk about that tonight. I'm just saying, put that on your calendar. And that's what I do when I go into isagenixbusiness.com. I sync up my calendar to their calendar and I write on my, look, let me show you. I got to undo all this stuff here. I write it on my calendar on my desk. Everything's written on here. There is no way for me to forget anything. And I set alarms. So please, please, please.
Debbie?
Let's do that. Yes, Ken.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question that's important to me and perhaps to others. I love Dr. Paul. He's fantastic.
Yep.
All of every week he's doing something outrageously great, but they're at 4 o'clock Western time, Pacific time, and I get off work at 5. So
Perfect.
what I'm wondering is, are they being recorded where we can go back and
Ken,
watch and listen to them?
Ken, I love you. I'm going to talk to you like I talk to myself. I'm doing the upper level training tonight. If they were recorded, where do you think you would find those?
Business.com.
There we go.
Yeah. Are they there? I have not.
So I teach on this pretty much every Monday night when I talk about calls. The recordings are there. They are there usually 24 to 48 hours later. But all the recorded calls are there. Please, you guys, go on isagenixbusiness.com, play around, and you can see everything you need to see to build this business. So his calls are recorded. All the calls that are recorded are there. Please, 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 you guys, use it, utilize it, and tell your teammates. Don't hold this information back. Because
please, no, I ask that, though, for everybody's benefit, for everybody's sake.
Fine. Thank you. And again, I'm talking to everybody for everybody's benefit right now because we're building business. I want to go in, you guys, I want to go in and I want to lift you all up. I want you to know I'm here. You can say anything back to me. I'm fine. I'm a big girl, right? I'm building a business so I can change our life, my kids' life, my granddaughter's life, lives after that. I'm doing this business so I can build a Ronald McDonald House. I'm building this business so I can travel the world with Jeff because that big number that I'm turning this summer that makes me want to throw up, I don't want to worry about that number anymore. I saw you laugh, Shirley. Okay, so please, please, please know I'm just talking to you guys like this is serious to me. I think we got serious business. And with Mark pointing out the side hustle, like we have people to help. We really do need to help people. That's how I feel. So I'm here to help. I'm not here to placate and I'm not here to pet. I'm not here to coddle. I'm not that girl. I'm just here to show you love by my non-coddle. Because I'm here to help anybody that wants to rise up and really do this business. Okay, So we've got that going on, right? And then did you guys remember from last week the Crystal Climber bonus, or were you on the All Associates call, or did you go back and listen to the All Associates call on our Crystal Climber bonus and how they're offering all this money to us right now? Are you guys familiar with that? Yes? Okay. Who thinks in under 60 seconds could explain that?
Right here.
Jeff Beebe? Okay.
Anybody else? So right now, guys, listen, if the Crystal, everybody right now, and this, I'm going to hit on this part first, you know, and there's a lot of seasoned people in here that's already hit 20 consultants, like Kathy and Mark and all of us, and that we don't get that anymore, that consultant bonus. Right now, it's open for everybody again, up to 40 of them. So all these brand new people, every consultant you build, you're going to get $100, and they're going to get $50. You get $100. How cool is that? And then the second thing is, we've always asked them at the top 100 mastermind, please reward the enrolling sponsors too for rank advancing their people, because you don't know how much work goes into it, a lot. And now they're doing for the Crystal manager. You hit Crystal manager, you got to think, you get $125 yourself. They get $250. They get a $250 bonus. And you get, so first off, consultant, you get $100. Fantastic. They get 50. Manager, they get $250. You get $125. And director, they get $750. You get $375. Executive, they get 1,000, you get 500. In Canadian, it's 139, 417, 556. So I don't know what it is, and Mark, you or Kathy, you guys might be able to tell what it is there, money-wise. Do you know, Mark, the conversion thing, or did they break it down to you?
We've got slightly different promo here. So we're building consultants, but it's slightly different. And they've got a few product promos on at the moment, a Mother's Day one. And then, yeah.
Well, here, you know what? Go over the promos while you're here.
Well, the Mother's Day promo, I think, is collagen, 3 lots of collagen, woman's hormonal support, and some hydrate, I think, with hyaluronic in it. So I think that's right, Kathy. Is that right? Yep. And I'm waiting for my gift on Mother's Day.
And we get the free eye cream, Celatwar eye cream, and the little beauty pack as well. And I think with our Crystal, consultant bonus, it's 20. I think it's only 20, not 40. So our promos are slightly different to what you got.
Still, it's always gift. It's always
it is.
Yeah. So I thought about
Kathy posted it. Kathy or Mark? I saw your post.
Kathy
always posts it in the team pages, and Mark does too. So just know, because there's a lot of all different countries in there. So whatever country someone is in, post those like Mark and Kathy do. They post all the promos in there because they have a lot of Australian people in the team pages. So we want everybody knowing they put the flag on it. So we can put the flag on the US one. If there's one in Canada, usually Canada and us are the same. And
so Jeff, I thought I'd announce my transitioning on Friday so I can get a Mother's Day present on Sunday. Then I can announce my transitioning back.
You know, men need good skin too.
Yeah.
Mark.
So that's the promo, and that is from March 31st to December 28th. So it's a long promo.
That's my grandma's birthday.
And so all they're doing is recognizing the leadership of duplication. They're rewarding us to build our business. And when we can build our business and start talking about business to people, and just like that person me asking her about her results and are you ready? You have a couple people. And the other lady that reached out to me with 10 pounds, because I'm always talking about business. And I always tell them at the beginning, listen, let's get your 10 pounds off. And I want you to do this, whether you want to do business or not. This is how I get paid, by helping you have a ripple effect on somebody else. And if you could help me, I'm helping you. And it's just sets a standard at the beginning, but I'm always just loving on them. But for them to do what they just did here, honestly, Debbie and I've been asking since we've been in the company for this. So it's a beautiful thing. And what they're seeing, they're seeing if we're gonna do it. And if we're gonna do it, now this is directly from them into my ears. If we're gonna do it and everybody's gonna do it and capture this, they're gonna keep it. The double PIB thing that they just introduced? Guess why it's not here anymore? They said if we get a lot of people doing it, we're going to keep it. But they weren't getting enough people running for the doubles that each week, because it was the systems. And they can't do it for the little tiny things because the money isn't there. And so let's run as much as we can. And if they see us all making consultants, and what does that do for us? It just ups our bank accounts and gives us the recognition to feel good that we made a difference, just like Margie feels so good that she met that young man that's obese that's going to have a knee replacement. That's what lights you up. I tell people I'd do this without the money, honestly. If I had a product that worked and I got in shape like this and I'd still be sharing it. Okay, I'll shut up.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. Was that it with the promos?
Nope. And then if you want to too, let me click on this one real quick. Point wise, let's see. For every consultant, where's it at? Hang on.
I can pull it up. I can screen. Do you want me to share it?
Yeah, share the screen, please. I'm trying to do it on my which I blew it just now. I clicked on it. I didn't mean to. Uh-oh.
Hang on. I was going to share.
Okay, so for every enrollment that you guys do, I got it right here, babe, but you can keep that up. Every enrollment you guys do is worth 3 points. And every enrollment, when you do your 3 points, and then every enrollment for a consultant is 10 points, and every enrollment for a manager is 15 points. And 70, let's see, 10 points. So what, 3 enrollments plus something?
I'm on the wrong screen. Where are you at?
I'm on I'm on Facebook.
See, anybody can do this.
I'm in Facebook. I'm not talking about the hats and the glass, the other things.
Oh,
not
you're not
that
talking about. Oh, that's the one I thought you were talking about. Sorry, guys.
No.
My
So
bad.
if you go back to just Facebook and pull up on the featured
That's
post,
right.
you'll see.
That's right, because we got to.
Anyways, for a water bottle,
Nice
you enroll 3 people plus, say 4 people. You get 10 points. You get a cool Isagenix water bottle. You get 30 points. You make 3 consultants or a bunch of a few enrollments, 3 points each, and 1 consultant. You get a hat. 50 points. What are they? Beat pods or AirPods? Earpods, whatever you call them.
AirPods, yeah.
Yeah, you get a choice for those. And 70 points, you get a Garmin watch or an Apple Watch. And then 100 points, you get a $500 shopping spree at Lululemon or Alo? I don't even know what that is. You guys might know. And for 150 points, you get a $2,000 shopping free. So I would, are we going to get it? Yeah, we're going to get it because we constantly enroll people, so just look at what you can gift. Christmas is coming. Get the 2,000. Look at your bank account. And what's nice about it, as you build up to those points, so you get all those gifts. So it's not like, I just got the big one. You get all of them up to the 2,000. So you got to I looked at it, see I just thought of this. I said, that's perfect. If I can get all those gifts, and hit $2,000, I'm just gonna buy all the women in my family. I'm gonna go Lululemon and just buy all a bunch of Christmas gifts and
Aw,
storm away. Which
He's
that
so
won't happen.
cute.
They'll
He has
find it
no
before.
idea. He has no idea how much Lululemon costs, so don't tell him. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks
Anyway.
for that. Okay, so we kind of mishmashed all that together, but all this to say is, you guys, Isagenix gives us stuff all the time. They're always running promos, and when we don't run for the contests, or we don't do the enrollments for the double PIBs, the product introductory bonuses, when we don't build consultants so we can get that extra $100 or help our teammates do that, when we don't do those things, or run for the prizes or run for the cash or the trips or whatever, then Isagenix as a headquarters, think about this. If this was your business, they go, well, I offered them cash. That was a no. Okay, I offered them an incentive to help build their team bigger and give them money while they're doing it, and still help them build cycles while they're being healthy and getting their products paid for. Oh, and they didn't do it. So I offered them a trip, and then I put this out here and made it so obtainable, and they didn't do it. So what would happen if they had no promos? There are a lot of people out there that are driven by money. Might not be you. There's a lot of people out there that are driven by prizes. Might not be you. There's a lot of people out there that are driven by trips. Might not be you. It's me, for sure. A lot of people are recognition driven. Might not be you. But you're going to be getting those people in your team. And when you're not doing it or pushing it, then your team isn't even going to know about it to do it. And they're going to go, you know what, this isn't for me. So we always have to be mindful. Who are we talking to? Who are we attracting? What are we showcasing? And maybe for me, oh, thank you. Maybe for me, I could get better at finding out what's your personality? What drives you? What's your personality? What drives you? Maybe I could be better at that. I know I could be better at that. But it's definitely something to think about when you're running a business, and you are running a business. They're doing all the behind the scenes work, but you're running a business. And that's why it's so important for me when I talk to people, get on isagenixbusiness.com, get on your team Zoom, get into your team groups where all these things are put. Understand when we put up these promos, like in ISA Best You, that is the team page where if you're already enrolled and you're on our team, you go in this group, we run contests in there. I put up every promo there is, like even if there was just a piece of cheese, it's there, like it's always there. And maybe the group runs fast, but I feel as teammates and team leaders, it's our responsibility to get in there every day in these groups and see what's going on. Get in Isagenix Business, see what's going on in there. Put up the promo in there. Oh, but it was already in there, Debbie. It doesn't matter because somebody already missed it because it's moving fast. And as team leaders and teammates, isn't it nice to have help? Because I got to tell you, when I first started this and I first started our groups, it was like, oh my gosh, it was so much work. Nobody's paying me extra for that work. And it'd be very nice to have help in there. So I want you to think about that. And maybe not everybody is on our team in ISA Best You, but you are on somebody's team. Think about how you are treating your team leaders and your teammates. And if you are a team leader, then get in your groups and really help everybody. And so that's going to lead me into actually my training. And Kathy, thank you. I saw your posts, you know, in Healthy Best You and in Healthy Best Glow with the Mom's Day. And I was like, oh, good. Because I just didn't have time to do it. I was like, oh, thank you, Kathy, for putting that in there. I saw that, which I appreciate every leader. I just saw that today. And so I was very thankful for that. I want to make sure I said that.
And it's cool when they see it from Australia, because then they don't mistake it.
Yeah.
Oh, they see Debbie and they think, oh, I saw the promo, but they see it from Australia and they see flags on it and all sorts. It's just fun. And we need to get the habit of putting flags on the US one in different places too.
Yeah. And the other thing is this good? It's good for your face to be seen. It's good for you to be seen. And it's so good for not me to be seen all the time or not Jeff all the time. We want everybody to be seen. It's actually very refreshing and it feels really good and wonderful when you open up any of those groups and it's not you all the time. Like if I open a group and I'm like, oh, Debbie Beebe posted, oh, Debbie Beebe posted, oh, Debbie. I'm like, oh my God, that Debbie Beebe. Ugh. Like it's so nice to have other people posting. It really is. It's a beautiful thing. And we would love that even more. So again, thank you for doing that, continually doing that. I think that we can get better at that. There's an old group from a long time ago that I was talking to somebody and they were talking about groups and stuff. And they said, you know, groups just don't have energy like they used to. And I was like, huh, well, that's because that person had checked out and quit giving it energy. Like we are all responsible for bringing the energy, especially in the groups that you have people that you've added people to take a look. We have to bring the energy on the daily in there. And when we have teammates, let's say Jeff posts and I go, oh, that was a nice post that he put in that prospecting page, heart. That didn't bring his post any energy. And so we really help one another, not Jeff Beebe's post or Jeff Beebe's enrollment, but we help one another because people are seeing, oh, this is a team. People want to be part of a team. They want to have the camaraderie. They want to have the culture. So it's really, groups are like so important to keep that energy going. I know we get busy. I know we get sick. I know that we have surgeries. I know that we get taken out of the game. And that's why it's so wonderful to have other teammates playing so it's not landing on one or two people's shoulders. So if you're in our team, ISABEST, UTeam Express, please, please, please continue to keep bringing that energy and have your teammates bring it too. If you're in someone else's team, I really want to say to you, help your team leaders, help your other teammates, bring the energy and really pepper it up. Now, we don't have to be in there all day long every day. Just take, 5 minutes here or 5 minutes there or whatever and do as many as you can. You could even have, if you have to, your standard, response on a post or something, throw it in your notes and copy and paste, or, add a heart or something. What I wanted to train on today is how to get more traction on social media. And I feel like maybe somebody, maybe it's just me, could roll their eyes and go, really? We talk about social media all the time. Well, I did a little test with social media. I took probably 2 or 3 months ago, and I took my post. I was looking at my posts. I'm going to go with Facebook right now, and even a little bit of Instagram, but I'm going to go with Facebook. I took my post and I would post. And then like Jeff Beebe always teaches, work the likes, work the comments, whatever. And I really intentionally worked the comments. Why did I work those comments? And I didn't just go, thanks. Oh, here's a heart. Like I didn't do that. Like I intentionally, and then I went over and I messaged the person, thank you very much, whatever, blah, 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 right? I worked the post. I got more followers. I got a crap ton of comments. Like I almost couldn't keep up with the posts. And I was like, oh, wow. And now when I open Facebook, it wasn't just Jeff, Mark, Kathy, Eric. Like I had all these people I didn't know, all these people I didn't see. And so I'm like, okay, algorithm, which I am not the social media guru. I'm not. I just was testing this. Now I'm starting to get messages from people. Some of them are freaks. Some of them are robots or bots, whatever you want to call them, right? However, it's getting me more traction out there. And we're in the attraction marketing, right? So I want you to really think about your post. You're being very intentional with your post, but working the comments, because that brings you into other people's feeds that generally wouldn't see you. So I have my notes, addressing the likes, commenting on the comments, that is going to keep you going. Now, how are reels and how are lives and all the other fancy stuff we can do? Amazing. However, I'm not addressing that right now. I know that they work and they help and la, 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 la. Again, not the social media guru. I'm the basics girl. I go into black belt class and do the same basic thing that I learned as a white belt. Like seriously on social media, work your comments and then message people. It keeps your posts alive and gets you seen more. Add random friends. Now, when you're adding random friends, because you know how it gives you the band across where it's a suggestion, this friend might know this friend, or this, you might know this person or whatever. You can click on that. If they only have 2 friends, nothing going on, and they just have a dog for the next 10 pictures, no, delete and move on. But if they have like a substantial amount of people, I would say over, you know, over 100 at least, I would go for more than that. Then yeah, friend them and go through their stuff, start liking their stuff, comment, and then message them. Again, make it align with you. Like if you're vegan and this person owns a barbecue place, don't go, oh, I really would like to come to your barbecue place. Like align yourself with what you like with them, but really go in there and start adding those friends. Again, that's going to get you more seen instead of just by Jeff, Mark, and Eric. Like seriously, you want to be seen by more people. Let's see, and then private message them. Okay. And then we have feeds, you guys. We have feeds that we say, please go and comment on my post, because we're trying to get some traction. We're trying to get some engagement. We're trying to get somebody to say something. Be a little mindful. Sometimes in the feeds, people will go, hey, great job. Here's your love. And you're like, no, I don't want the love in the feed. I want the love on my post and the comment. And some people don't get that, but go comment on our posts and we will comment on your post. Just put in the feed, put the link of the post in the feed so we can just click on it and go over there. And it's really going to help boost. It's going to boost you. It's going to boost all of us together as a community. It's going to boost our post. We're going to be seen, and it really helps build this team. And again, the camaraderie. So those are some of the things that I really wanted to talk about with you guys. And then last 2 things is, are you adding your people into the prospecting page? Because we have feeds to approve people, and the prospecting page for ISA Best You Team Express is Healthy Best You. That's our prospecting page. It's kind of gotten like quiet, and again, I could get better at it. I've been out for the last couple weeks, had a procedure done, so I've been out, but it's got kind of quiet. So let's start bringing that. And again, if you're on another team and you have a product page, go to your product page. Don't go to 15,000 different Isagenix product pages, because they don't need your help. They have everybody. Plus, you don't want to put somebody maybe that's not in yet in a negative position if somebody says something stupid. Go to your team's product page, add your people, go into the feed and go, please go comment on this. And let's really help one another. Let's get the energy up, and then add a post, add something from isagenixhealth.net, something that you're passionate about. Or if you can't think of something, then just grab a link and go, wow, what I really like about this green juice is, like, you can, it's so easy to do. If you're really here to do business, there's so many different ways. Rhonda had pointed that out. There's so many different ways to build a business. But if you're using social media, you have to work social media. If you have a 9-to-5 job, like Ken has a job, then if you're doing business, whether it's part-time or full-time, you have to have that in your calendar and you have to work that. Now, I said social media. I told you how basic you can use social media to build your business. The thing that's missing in that piece is you have to follow up. You have to ask for the business. And maybe we'll talk about that next Monday. I'm not sure yet. We had a trainer that was supposed to train tonight. They might be here next Monday. You have to ask for the business. You have to message people. You have to let them know, hey, Mark, I know we've been going back and forth, and I love your Facebook profile, and I love the posts that you make. I wanted to let you know, in case you have a mom, or you have a wife, or a girlfriend, or a side. I'm kidding. Like, whatever you have going on, we have this Mother's Day special, and I'm thinking you might be interested in it. Do you have a couple minutes? Like you can be creative, be real, be you. Don't be weird. Just go in and say, here's what I do. Like if I had a pizzeria, hey Mark, what about bringing your mom to my pizzeria on Mother's Day? Does she like pizza? I'll make sure that pizza is really extra special. Like if you had a brick and mortar, you would be talking to people because you want your business to succeed. Well, the same thing here. And not only when your business succeeds, your teammates succeed, because that's how the comp plan is made up. And you bringing people in going, let's get your products paid for. You want to make sure you're helping them get their products paid for. So I hope all of that is clear. I hope that you got something out of that. I might open it up for questions after I end with what I'm going to end with, because this is the biggest piece of the puzzle. And that is consistency wins every freaking time. I told you I took those 2 months and I just like nailed it. My posts, I nailed it. My comments, my likes, I messaged people, and then I was kind of out because I had a procedure. And you know what? I'm not getting any comments. I'm only getting a few comments, and I'm like, man, I got to go and start this rolling all again. Like I tested it out on myself. Again, not a guru with social media. Don't do the flashy things. I'm going to start back doing my Facebook Lives. I'm going to maybe throw in some reels. However, the basics is respond to those comments and message those people and tell them about your pizza. Like seriously. Yes, I know your shakes. I'm kidding. Consistency. That is the tattoo to have. Consistency. Put it on your mirror, put it on your computer, say it on your forehead. Be consistent in however you're building your business. It isn't throw a post up. Here's about my dog. Here's about my flowers. Here's about my horse eating hay. Then you're gone for 4 days, and then you come back and go, hey, I have a special. Come buy from me. Like, it's not going to work. People want to know that you're in this every day, not just sometimes. So consistency on your Facebook post, on you commenting on comments, on you messaging people, being direct, closing the thing, and working those groups. People need to see you. You need to be seen. And all of that, I promise you, will come together and your business will grow if you're consistent. So boom, that's what I got for you. And if you have any questions, thank you, Susan. If you have any questions about just that, then I will answer that. I'm not going to answer about what ingredients in what.
I just want to say one thing real quick is the groups too, especially the prospecting page, both pages. Remember the prospecting page, Healthy Best You. You know, when we're putting people in, it's just think of a realtor or anything. They're capturing data. People are ready when they're ready to buy that house. And they know you because they're getting emails from you all the time about houses for sale. It's the same thing when you get to drop them in that page, they're getting watered on all these before and after photos. They're like just like seeing houses. And more you're in there seeing it, you know, and what if you put a friend in there and you started her, and what if that friend quit and moved on and her friends are in there, and all of a sudden they're like, wow, I got to reach back out to, oh, my friend's not there, but Kathy's the one who introduced her. It's a marketing capture. And then when they go into the team page, it's the same thing. For us to be in there, it waters our clients, waters our product users to go, wait, what do you mean consultant? Oh, what do you mean? Oh, let's congratulate. People love to get recognition. How did Roy get that hat? How did Kathy get that hat? You know, how did they get, oh, they helped a few people. You know, that little bit of, or, you know, the money and stuff like that. So, that's it. Kathy, I just added you into 2 threads and I didn't know I was like, why didn't I can't believe you weren't in them.
All right.
Anyways, go ahead.
Questions?
Mark, any questions?
I was just going to say, Debbie, I remember when I first started, Jeff said to me, oh, you've only got like 300-400 people on Facebook. You got to get up to 3,000-4,000, right? To expand. Because remember, it's not your network, it's theirs. So I just started. So if you think you do 5 a day for 5 days a week, there's 1,300 by the end of the year. So you're talking about consistency. But as you said, it's not just about adding them. Comment on their posts or their wall or something. You know, start the comment and say Facebook connects you. But I mean, the Facebook, working Facebook is a whole training in its own. You know, so. But I'm just saying, it's got to start with that network, guys. So I remember Jeff always saying, you got to get that up, mate. And I just went at it every day. If you add more than about 10, Facebook will shut you out. So I used to work on about 5, but it's about the follow up, the messaging, go on their wall, finding if they've got something that fits with you and aligns with, you know, you can see whether they've got energy or not. So just for the new people, that's pretty much how you build your business. And here's another thing. Try not to friend Isagenix people, because that's easy, because they ain't going to grow your business.
Exactly.
No.
And you know, Roy said something to me today that he's changed it up. Like Mark, like I was telling Mark earlier at the beginning, Roy's changed it up a little bit, and now posting before and after photos of other people and making it about other people he's helped. All of a sudden now these people are reaching out to him because they're seeing him helping people. And so when someone wants help, who are they going to reach out to? Somebody that's helping people. Not saying me, look at me, look at me, look at me. They're like, wait, I need help. Kathy's helping those. I saw her helping some people, you know, and I'm just thankful too for the mentors. Like, you know, Kathy, how long you been in Isagenix now?
11.5 years.
Yeah. So just right after we got started. So we got to meet Kathy in Australia a long time ago. And she, for a while, she helped us do some stuff to proven people from Australia or something. We're like, we need help, Kathy. We need help, you know. And this is the type of team we have. So any other questions real quick?
I would like to go back just and reiterate what Mark was saying. And I really want you guys to not get this twisted, and you don't have to go and invest in a lot of money, and you don't have to figure out, I mean, reels are great. You don't have to figure out all the fancy stuff. I want to reiterate, it's all the basics, and every black belt that has been successful starts their class every day with the basics. And the basics are, you have to post, you have to comment on people's comments, you have to message, you have to ask for the business. That is it. It is the basics. We don't have to get all fancy. We don't. I can't tell you, I watch people that do reels all the time, and I watch their cycles. And maybe their cycles would be better if they were a better closer. I don't know. I don't know them in that manner. What I do know is when people are just doing the basics and asking for the business, they're getting the business. And is it every time? I spent an hour on the phone with somebody last week, and I thought she was all in with 2 more people, and then she was gone. Like, it doesn't always work. It's not 100% of the time. However, I would get none of the percent of the time if I never did it, right? So you got to go out and do it. You have to do the basics. It's not a fancy thing. It's not if I had more time, if I could go live, if I looked better, if my hair was good. Like, it's if I knew how to do reels that had explosions. It's not. It's the basics. And we talk about it all the time. I wish we didn't have to talk about it all the time, but even I need addressed. That's why I call it upper level. I'm telling you, I'm talking, whenever I talk to you, I'm talking to me. And I watched my Facebook I was like, oh, I got the formula. Like, what am I doing? The basics. And then I didn't have the formula because I checked out for almost 2 weeks. So really be consistent in your behavior and ask for the business. It's all it takes. And really think about what I said, because it makes it kind of silly. If you had a pizza parlor and you needed it to survive, and you had to pay your employees, and you had to pay your mortgage on your own home, you would be messaging people, hey, Mark, could you bring your mom over on Mother's Day to my pizza parlor? Like, you would. Now, if you're not embarrassed about the pizza parlor, why would you be hard pressed not to talk about Isagenix? So really think about that and be consistent. That's it. That's all I got.
I love it. So we're going to have Kathy in the next month train too. So just so you know, she's going to bring some goods.
She's going to bring some goods.
She's going to bring some goods.
You know what I think?
It's interesting on that, Debbie. It's not even just Isagenix. I've got my son working from home today, and he lived in America for a while and worked for a big branding company, graphic designer. He's brilliant. He's branched out on his own. He's realized what he has to do with social media. And he literally just said to me, Mum, look at all the people that I've met up with. And I think there was like 59 or something since he started. But he's then only invoiced, because not everybody's going to do what you want them to do, but it doesn't stop you from having those conversations. So he's invoiced about, I think, a third of all those conversations that he spent so much time invested. And, you know, Mum, I had an hour conversation here and but you have to do the do. And Debbie, you're talking straight at me today. I was so consistent with all of our other pages and posting daily and 5 times a day and my social media. And when you go, you know, you post something and then you go, here's my promo. Oh my God, that's me. That's even after all this time, even I've lost my flow and consistency. But you know what? We know what we can do, what we have to do, what works, what doesn't. And yeah, like, and this is why we plug into these calls, guys, just to, you know, sometimes we just get paralyzed, and even though we've been doing it and we've been successful, we just stop. For some reason, we just stop and we don't know how to start up again. So just know you're not the only one. Even us seasoned people go through that.
Yeah.
But do we want it? Because we can walk away and do nothing, or we can walk away and do something else. We've invested so much time. We've learnt so much. We're with an incredible company. Let's just jump back on and start, you know, lots of notes. There'll be lots of notes. Thank you, my darling.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your son's thing, because that just reiterated to all of us what needs to be done. Here's somebody younger, you know, we teach them all the time, and now you're looking back and say, well, I just learned from my son in the business I'm in. It's a numbers game.
Definitely.
And he just closed 1/3 of his flipping connections. You know, and if we did that, you know, that's what we got. So thank you for that. So anyways, we're right on the hour, right on the time. So anything else you want to close with, Debbie?
Yep.
What? Okay.
I was just gonna say thank you for that, Kathy. You know, whenever I train, and sometimes I think I'm funny, and sometimes I'm really straight to the point. But whatever I am, whatever mood I show up in, y'all need to know I'm talking to me.
Yeah.
The grace, what is it? The grace you give is the grace you live. So remember that. Tattoo consistency or consistent behavior on your arm. Let's take our businesses to the next level. Kathy, I'm going to have you take us out. So everybody unmute, and we're going to do that 3 thing and scream Isagenix. And then I would love to see how consistent you all are over the next week.
And we're going to have a great trainer next week. Right, Kathy? She's okay. Okay, go ahead. Take us out, Kathy.
Are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
Isagenix.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Debbie.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you, team.
Thank you for the
Great
thank you for
calling
the
us
Zoom
out.
call.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feel well.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night. Good
Good
night.
night. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.